So, go nowhere. Let's have some fun. If you like my creation or what you seen in this video on my channel, feel free and share. And if you prefer, you can subscribe. So, let's create.
High heat. I'm going to use some ghee clarified butter. You don't need a lot, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Going to put a little bit of uncured pancetta dye, so you can use ham, cured ham, whatever you want. You can use some ham. Just going to use some. Chopped green onions. Keeping my stuff simple. Just sauteing this a little bit. You can add other stuff like perhaps tomatoes, regular onions, but I'm keeping things simple. Couple eggs. It helps that I have one of those high quality non-stick pans, but you can use anything as long as you're watching things. I mix here a little bit of salt and pepper, a little bit, just a little sprinkle. So look at this bacon. I got this at the Meat Hook, which is a local butcher. And this stuff is beautiful. Look. Isn't that great? Nicely cut. It's pork, by the way. Isn't that beautiful? And because it's so beautiful, it smells so good, I'm not going to make this stuff crispy. I'm going to make it like the way it's supposed to be cooked, so you can taste the bacon. Bring home the bacon, huh? Let's see what I got here. Oh my goodness. This is our breakfast too, look, huh? And that's the advantage of going to butchers and stuff. You do get some good meat. the beef and the cows are grass fed, they come from farms. Porks are very nicely fed. Not this hormonal stuff that if you do, you might do with breast, all that stuff. Um, if you look at pictures from the 1940s, 1930s, 1920s, those dudes were in good shape. Like the vast majority. You see those guys coming from World War One, World War Two. You see them in the street in white t-shirt, working outside. They were in good. All of them were in good shape. I mean, they were eating bacon and meat. They were not vegetarian. Nothing against that, but just to put in perspective, they were not vegetarians or anything like that. They were just eating whatever, but they were active. They were eating natural food, not this corn syrup stuff or GMO or whatever it's called. Look at this beauty. If you go back to the roots, I mean, like in the islands, if you go back to the roots without eating all that crappy stuff or ingredients, and going natural, you get healthy. And here in the United States, it's the same. You get healthy and you get fit. You don't have to go with this. If you go natural and right, sometimes we make mistake. We eat stuff because it's low carb and whatever, but it has a lot of artificial stuff. And that artificial stuff, it makes your brain think that you're eating sweets. So what do you think is going to happen? You know what I mean? If your brain thinks that you're eating sweets because of some stuff that they experimented to create a reaction in your brain and it's nothing natural, your body's going to react to that. I mean, that's common sense. That's science. So this is about done. See how beautiful? But we're not done here. Look at these brats. This is garlic and onion brats from the same meat hook butcher. And these ones, I'm telling you, are the best brats I ever had, at least in America. They smell good. They smell very good. So if you're going to eat an egg, bacon, sausage, although these are brat, but you can call it sausage, breakfast, you might as well do it right? So I'm going to cook this one too, using the grease that I use for the bacon. I'm not going to add anything, I'm just going to keep it simple. It's a power breakfast, Traditionally, I don't eat breakfast. I eat just a big, strong lunch, which is like a dinner in places of Europe and other places. Traditionally, that's what I do. But if you're going to have a late breakfast at 10 in the morning, here in the United States, in Virginia, and you have a video and you want to show people, or let's say you want to have a breakfast at 6 in the morning, 7, because you're going to do some hard work all day. Apocalyptic situation. You're going to have one meal and you're not going to eat for the next 6 hours or whatever. This is the type of breakfast you need. So people nowadays, they just rely too much on Starbucks and other BS and they get weak. They don't know how to survive. They get used to the air dryer. Now, what an air fryer, I should say, what an air fryer is going to do if you're in the woods, running for your life. Trying to survive. Are you going to plug it in some tree root? Now, when you're cooking on the stove, this you can use outside. You know what I mean? You can have one of these things, put it in, in some pieces of tree branches or whatever, turn on, you start cooking. Get a deer meat, skin it, you start cooking. People don't understand, you know. And to continue with my run, I have a microwave here. My microwave broke about 3 years ago because I don't use it. I can fix it easily because I'm very handy. I have a strong engineering background anyhow. But you know what I do? I just put, if I have a ethnic recipe for another country that I need to kind of follow a little bit, I just stick it in the top of I tape it on the top of my microwave and look at it, just to remind me some steps. The amount of techniques I can practically cook about anything. So I didn't do it today, but what you do is you do something like this. See? What it does is any water liquid, it goes out. See, that is out. I do it typically at the beginning, but you can do it halfway through the cooking method too. It's about 2-3 minutes left. So I did it now, because I wanted to show you. It takes any liquid, natural water from the onions or whatever out, and it brings the juices from the own, especially the bacon that was cooked earlier, but from the own broth into the meat. It enhances the flavor.